Welcome back. Today we're gonna be looking at some strategies for hitting 4,000 watch hours on YouTube. And we're gonna be taking our cues from this video saw by Marcus Jones. Collect small channels do this to reach 4,000 watch hours. Small channels do this to reach. So whether you are a creator or you're just interested in mechanics of YouTube success, this should be a really interesting deep dive. Let's talk about why watch time is so important. I mean, we probably already know it's essential for monetization on YouTube. But, just how important is it? Well, Jones has a great analogy. Says imagine you have a 10-minute video. If one person watches the whole thing, that's 10 minutes of watch time, right? But if that same viewer watches 3 of your 10-minute videos, you suddenly have 30 minutes. So the takeaway there is, encouraging viewers to watch more content equals more watch time, which gets you closer to that magic number. So how do you encourage viewers to watch more? One powerful tool is playlists. But just creating playlists isn't enough. Think about it. How many playlists are created on YouTube every single day? Hundreds, thousands. And how many of those actually get significant views? The reality is playlists often get lost in the sea of content. So Jones suggests a simple but effective strategy. You just put the playlist links right in your video descriptions and in your pinned comments. That way it's really easy for viewers to find theme and actually dive into this collection of your content. You're basically making a pathway for them to seamlessly move from one video to the next and rack up that watch time along the way. Now let's talk about a common myth. A lot of creators think that shorter videos with higher retention are the best for watch time. But Jones challenges that assumption. He compares to hypothetical videos. Video A is just under 2 minutes long with 45% average view duration. Video B is a bit over 3 minutes long, but it only has a 33% average view duration. Which one do you think got more total watch time? It was video B, even with lower retention. The longer length of video meant that it got more watch time per viewer. That highlights a really important insight. Longer videos can be more beneficial for boosting overall watch time. But don't just fill your videos with filler content. Viewers will know. Jones warns against that, and instead, he offers 2 really good ways to create longer and more engaging videos. The first way is all about taking viewers on a journey. He talks about this YouTuber named Jack. Jack documented the entire process of making a viral rap song, from finding a random rapper on the street to the studio recording session. He took viewers along for the entire ride, and that made his video way longer and more interesting than just showing the finished song. The second method is a compilation video. You just assemble the best moments from your existing content. Jones gives an example of a successful one, a compilation of funny moments from the game Star Wars Battlefront. That video got tons of watch time just from stringing together highlights from old videos. Think about how you can apply these methods to your own content. For example, educational channels could create these really comprehensive, course-like videos just by combining a bunch of their related content. Business channels could make step-by-step guides on things like website creation, again just pulling from stuff they've already made. You're basically repurposing your hard work to get even more watch time. Now, this one might sound counterintuitive, but let's talk about live streaming. You might be wondering how live streaming is going to help you reach 4,000 watch hours. Well, Jones did a poll, and the results were kind of surprising. 65% of his audience found live streaming to be effective for gaining watch hours. Imagine you stream for just a few hours a few times a week. If you have a consistent audience, those hours can add up really quickly. It might seem intimidating, but for someone like a gamer who already spends a lot of time playing, it might actually be a natural fit. Of course, live streaming isn't going to be perfect for every channel. Educational or business channels might have to get a little more creative. Maybe they could do live Q&A sessions or workshops. And if going live just makes you nervous, Jones has an alternative. You can use a service like Fluent to live stream videos that you've already recorded. That way, you can get watch time even when you're not on your computer. Plus, Live streaming isn't just about watch hours. It can actually help you get better at speaking, and it can build your confidence, which makes you a better content creator overall. Now, remember those playlist links we talked about, and screens are another good way to get viewers to watch more of your content. Think of them like signposts that point your viewers to other videos they might enjoy. The trick is to make end screens that feel natural and seamless, like they're a part of the video. Jones says you should plan them out before you even start filming, so they flow nicely from the ending of your video. For instance, imagine a video about building a website, and it ends with an end screen that takes you to a playlist about generating traffic. It just feels like a natural next step for the viewer. You want to keep them engaged with your channel. And last but not least, we need to talk about viewer retention. It doesn't matter how long your videos are or how much you stream, if people are just clicking away after a few seconds. No matter how long your content is, low retention will hurt your watch time, and that's a topic that needs its own deep dive, which he covers in another video. So we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about why watch time is important and how to use playlists and end screens effectively. We even talked about how longer videos and live streaming can be beneficial. But the most important thing is to remember to keep those viewers engaged. I want to leave you with a question. How can you adapt these strategies for other platforms or other content goals? It's something to think about as you continue your journey toward success. And remember, this is just a glimpse into what Marcus Jones talked about, so definitely check out his video for yourself. The world of online content is always changing, so it's important to stay curious and stay informed. Before we wrap up, let's dig a little deeper into viewer retention. It doesn't matter how much content you're putting out there if people aren't actually sticking around to watch it. So how do you keep viewers hooked? One of the simplest and most effective things you can do is start your video strong. Think about it, you only have a few seconds to grab some. Another important tip is to have a clear structure. Just like a good book or movie, your video should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. They don't have to be super formulaic, but viewers need to be able to follow along. So use transitions between sections. And you can even use visual cues like text on the screen or graphics that help signal when you're moving on to a new topic. Engaging visuals are also super important. High-quality footage, good editing, and nice-looking graphics can make a big difference. Like, you can use B-roll footage to illustrate your points or add text to highlight key takeaways. You could even use animations to make your content more interesting. And don't forget about audio. Good audio is really important for making your videos sound professional. Invest in a decent microphone, and make sure your audio levels are balanced. But remember, you're making content for people, and people want to connect. One of the best ways to connect with your audience is to just be yourself. Let your personality show. Don't be afraid to be passionate about your topic. People are drawn to authenticity. They can tell when you're being fake. Another way to connect is to interact with your viewers. Respond to their comments. Ask questions in your videos. Encourage discussion. Make your viewers feel like they're part of a community. But what about the viewers who click away no matter what you do? What's going to happen sometimes? Not every video is going to appeal to every viewer. That's fine, just focus on the people who are engaged. Look at your analytics to see what's working and what's not. Experiment with different formats, different styles, different topics. See what your audience responds to. The important thing to remember is that making engaging content is a process. It's a journey. It's all about learning, adapting, and improving. Stay up to date on trends and new techniques. Always be willing to try new things. The more you invest in your content, the more your viewers will reward you with their time and attention. So as you work on your YouTube channel, keep those tips in mind. Don't forget how important viewer retention is. It really is crucial to success on YouTube. That wraps up our deep dive into strategies for reaching 4,000 watch hours on YouTube. We covered a lot. Hopefully, you got some useful tips out of it. Remember, the world of online video is always changing, So keep learning, stay informed, and most importantly, keep creating.